Alright, so I just got this cool book, The World of Cyberpunk 2077, as a gift, and I just wanted to open it here on my channel. I know it's not a board game, but it's a pretty cool book, and I was really excited about it and wanted to share with all you Cyberpunk fans out there. So let's get into it. The book comes with a really cool slipcase. It's like something I've never seen before. It's not just a regular slipcase, it's, cyberpunky. And it comes with a little sheet here that explains what's inside everything. But I'm just going to open it up and see in person what it looks like. So you get this envelope in here with little welcome to Night City envelope, and I think there's posters and stickers and stuff inside, so let's take a look. I think it's stickers, or are those tattoos? Temporary tattoos? I'm not sure, but I'm not opening it. I'm one of those people that likes to keep stuff closed, but it's still pretty cool to have. And this poster, let's open it up and see what it looks like. The size is nice, not too big, so I could probably find a spot for it. And it's Johnny Silverhand holding his glasses. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's gonna go somewhere on my room. And let's get into the book, the meat of this video. So it's gonna be a pretty long video, so settle down, and probably gonna go page by page here. I'm not gonna read anything in case you do want to buy the book and go through all the information and everything, but it's a mix of let's say an art book with lore book, and even some kind of ads that make you feel like you're reading a magazine in Night City, which is really cool. I mean, whoever designed this book is just amazing, so props to them. I don't know how many pages it is, maybe about 200 pages, but yeah, so it starts off with an introduction and the modern world. So it explains the history of Night City, the wars, the collapse, everything that happened probably prior to the game, and some stuff that's going through the game as well. Then we have the fourth corporate war. So yeah, there was 4 of them, and it probably won't be the last. And the art is really cool, the pictures, the ads. These are the ads I'm talking about, where you feel like you're reading something, then you get this ad and you're like, oh, this is a magazine I bought in Night City, and I'm just reading and getting information. It's just really cool, really fun. But there's the whole history, which is really nice here. Everything about Night City and its surrounding areas and the wars, and like where it's leading, where it wants to go, basically. There's the technology of tomorrow, so basically everything that's coming out in technology, with a little note from the editor. And you got like cyberware, the market and the availability of all this stuff, the history of the cyberware, basically everything that you can replace limbs and eyes and arms and hands and stuff like that. So all your cyberware is going to be mentioned here. We have one of the characters that we all know, and there's also a little fashion section, talks about the clothing and stuff, and the makeup, which is not really makeup, it's just completely changing part of your face. There's the gun culture, like the Second Amendment is not only for the rich, and the sales of weapons and stuff like that, everything that has to do with home defense, all the different companies that make guns. And the pages, the quality is amazing. It's so thick that sometimes I think it's 2 pages stuck together, but it's just really good quality. The book, everything is amazing quality so far. There's some really cool scenes, things you'll probably remember, memorable moments actually in the game. Look at those shells, those are really cool shells. again with the ad to travel worry-free from Chicago to Night City. And there's so much information so far in this book. It's crazy. The vehicles, which is a huge part of this game, it's one of my favorite aspect of the design of this game. I'm into cars. I've designed like 3 racing games, so I really love cars and everything about them. And the Quadra is my favorite car in the entire game. It's just beautiful. They designed a car that supersedes companies today, and I mean, some of these companies, real companies, should look at this book and take some ideas. It'd be really cool to have cars that look like this on the road, even bikes, motorcycles and stuff, you know. It'd be nice. So then the book goes on to brain dances, which is where you can watch someone else's life and feel that life and feel everything that person felt during the recording of the brain dance. And you could edit and look around, just like in the game, but you can do it in your brain. I mean, imagine brain dancing, I don't know, an F1 driver, Lewis Hamilton, or someone just being in an F1 car, something you'll never be able to do, but in the future, maybe with a brain dance, you plug yourself in and feel everything that a Formula 1 driver feels. Anyways, that's just one of my dreams. Yeah, so there's some net running, obviously, hacking, which they call net running. There's mayhem in the net, everything about the net, and obviously the picture of the Voodoo Boys leader there, who's a master hacker, and everything about the different gear tiers. So, you know, you could connect with your hand or directly plug into with your brain, or completely become entirely a cyborg, I guess. Just change everything, remove half your body and turn it into something that could plug in. Then we have chapter 3, Night City, and a little note from the editor about Night City and this chapter. And it's really cool to get all of the history behind Night City. It's like the people and the different areas. I mean, when you're playing the game, sure, you know what Watson is, you know that what that area is, but it really goes more deeper into the people that live there, what kind of economy it has, you know, the Kabuki area of Night City, the markets, the you know, the waterfront. It's just all these cool little ideas and lore that you get from this book, and then after you read this book, you go back in the game and you're like, oh man, I know everything. I feel like I've been to this place, I've traveled here, you know. This is Japantown, which is really cool. Actually, Japantown looks like Tokyo. If you go to Tokyo now, it's just gonna feel exactly like Japantown. It's just amazing. Again, with some of the ads, the city center, a little bit of history there, and the Corpo Plaza. I like the way they made it so dark and gray in the game, where it's like just kind of empty and lonely. You feel lonely when you're there, you know what I mean? Instead of when you go to like the market or an actual lower end area of the city, it feels more alive. It's really cool the way they did that. You got the well springs, the Glen, obviously. The Glen is really cool. The Vista del Rey. See all these cool areas that are full of life, full of color, and then the Corpo district is like ugly and lonely and gray. Just the whole design of this entire world, game, book, everything has been spectacular so far. I'm just huge fan. Like that ad, isn't that great? And there's barcodes all over this book, QR codes and stuff like that. I don't know if they work. I haven't tried them. If you're watching this video on a TV, maybe you could pause and here, try this QR code right here with your phone, see what happens. Maybe nothing, who knows, but it's still pretty cool. We got the Pacifica, the little getaway area, the resort area of Night City. And chapter 4 is a vertical slice of Night City, so like the rich on the top, the struggle of the middle class, and then the down and out bottom class. So this talks about the rich and the powerful people, the people that I guess would own part of the Night City landscape and their people. Arasaka ad there saying that it's protecting the environment with lasers. I'm pretty sure that's not what it's doing, but yeah, really funny ads. I love it. Yeah, so you got the high class people living in penthouses with all the girls and drugs, and then you have a huge history on each of these corporations, the big guys, the semi-legal, I would say, guys. They're not gangs or factions or whatever. They're just big companies, legal companies that also control some of Night City. And then you'll have the struggling middle tier. So I mean, struggling is, yeah, you're struggling. If you're not high up, you're struggling. And trying to live day by day, trying to make your kids happy and stuff. And then you have the down and out. These guys are basically the homeless or the semi-homeless and the people struggling, people to trying to look at this guy. I'm sure you have someone in your neighborhood that looks like that. Anyways, Law and Disorder, chapter 5. These are the cops. They're probably going to be talking about the NCPD, which are really cool. These guys are the toughest of them all. Imagine being a police in Night City. It's pretty crazy. Things you have to deal with on a daily basis. I don't know. It's probably the hardest job in the entire game to be a NCPD. But yeah, then you have the gangs, so the bad and the ugly. And then you have this whole chapter on every gang, the Maelstrom, which are mostly guys that like to do a lot of enhancements, cyber genetic enhancements. Then you have the animals that are all about fighting and being buff and big. The Voodoo Boys are the hackers. These are the guys that love to hack and cause people some mayhem. You have 6th Street, which I mean, there's some gangs in the world right now that look exactly like this, so we're not too far off from 2077. Then we have the Moxes, which is an all-girl gang. We have the Tiger Claws, which is kind of like the Yakuzas, I guess, of Night City. And the Valentinos, which are, I guess, the Latin gang, or the kind of like the Mayans and stuff like that. Then you have, those gangs that don't really matter, and they don't even have a logo. But yeah, then we have the Nomads, the roving refugees. These are my people. When I started playing, I joined them. Cool little family of people on the outskirts of Night City, and their cars are the best cars in the game. They're the nicest, the coolest. Not like the Quadra, but they're cool. There's the Aldecados, so it's kind of a faction gang that are on the outskirts. Those are the guys that I joined. The minute I saw their cars, they look like Mad Max Cyberpunk meshed together, and I was just like, oh, that's my faction. Chapter 6, an interview with Rogue. So this is the last chapter in the book, and it's the best ending I've ever seen to a book like this. Basically, an interview with one of the most famous characters in the game, obviously, and a little ad there to surprise them with your laser bras, which is pretty funny. But it's just cool getting an interview with a Rogue. It's, like I said, it's like reading a magazine in Night City, and you're getting the ads and stuff, and you really get transported away when you're reading this book into Night City. It's really cool, and yeah, that's the book, that's the whole book. And if it looks like something you want to read, you need to get it. It's just amazing. It's such a cool book. The quality is amazing. The information in it is amazing. It's just such a really cool collectible item, and it's not that expensive if you could find it, even used. And on top of that, I just want to mention that there is comic books, volumes that have a bunch of stories. If you like the Netflix show Edge Runners, you're gonna love these comic books. I highly recommend them. And if you like this video, make sure to give me a little like, subscribe, help out the channel, help me out. And yeah, thanks for watching, and let me know if you did buy the book. I'll see you next time.